The most important Roman, I would argue, who actually ever came to Britain was the African emperor, Septimius Severus. He was one of the greatest Roman emperors. So he was born in North Africa in AD 145. He was a warrior. He came here to Britain in AD 208. He got a message from the governor, and the governor said that we here in Britain are being attacked from the north and we're in danger of being overrun. The first thing he does is have them build the walls of Roman London. Wow. So the city of London, to this day, the square mile is defined by the African emperor Septimius Severus. If you walk into the reception area of the British Museum, the first bust you see is a bust of Septimius Severus, alabaster white, but actually when he was in real life in the Roman world, it would have been painted as he was, a man from North Africa. This is a man who's there all the time. He's right in front of us all the time in the British Museum, but nobody knows unless you dig into the story that he was a warrior emperor from North Africa who stayed true to his own heritage.
When we look at the entire Severan Dynasty, we have to remember the women as real protagonists, starting with Julia Domna. She was the second wife of Septimius Severus. She was from Syria, and she brought with her a lot of prestige, and her great intelligence guided her sons, Caracalla and Geta. She's not the only one in the Severan Dynasty, and when we delve into the history of the successive emperors, and no one ever stands out as much as Septimius Severus, we see that the women are behind the throne, oftentimes the most important power. And they didn't just signal the importance of that extensive network of family members of the Severans, but also they were present, they were builders in Rome.
In Britain, we have Clodius Albinus with 4 legions. In Syria, we have Pescennius Niger with 3 legions. And in Upper Pannonia in Eastern Europe, we have Septimius Severus, who gains some quick allies to win the support of 16 legions. Severus is the obvious heavyweight. He prepares a march on Rome. He buys Albinus' support by giving him the title of Caesar, which by now is used to give someone partial imperial powers and mark them as his successor. On June 1st, the Senate, which knows what's about to happen, passes a motion sentencing Didius Julianus to death and naming Severus emperor. Didius is executed in tears after only 66 days of rule. Septimius Severus is successful in maintaining power and establishing a dynasty, so that brings an end to the year of the 5 emperors. It feels a little like cheating. Unlike the year of the 4 emperors, which had 4 different emperors ratified by the Senate, 193 CE only has 3 official emperors. The other 2, Albinus and Pescennius, were only recognized by their own troops. Even so, Severus will find it necessary to kill them before his power is secure. Severus is another step in geographical diversity for emperors. His family comes from Libya in northern Africa, and